What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Drip Van Go. It's Monday evening. Hold on one second. Right, turn that volume down. Y'all know what it is, man. What's going on? I mean, y'all see what it is for me, man. We just over here chilling like villains and getting it in, man. Just finished working on some stuff, man. And about to finish up a few more things. Hold on. This thing, why I still got text from this morning? I don't know why that's up there like that. Okay, nonetheless, we are just now getting done with some design work composites for the most part. For the rest of the day, we're done. No airbrushing today. The reason why we didn't do any airbrushing today because it rained, so it's a little cooler in the garage, and the moisture in the air a lot of times messes with the paint, or it can anyway. So because it gets in the fabric, and plus my garage door is up, and anyway, yeah. Y'all know the story. So anyway, let me let y'all check this out, right? Autograph, Private Blend, The Freak Show, Abandoned Asylums. All right. Um, New packaging, y'all. That packaging is serious, right? That packaging is definitely serious. It's one of those things where we definitely want people to know what we got going on, and what's popping. Nonetheless, that's what it's looking like when you get a 5-pack. That's what it's looking like. The drip is real. Told y'all, man, we just take one step at a time and we elevate each time. Each time we just elevate to get to that next level, man. Make sure that we're looking good for the season. Oh, speaking of season, where is where did my Christmas go? Welcome to the Freak Show, y'all. Let's get it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I forgot I had my Christmas up, and so that's what we're rocking today, man. What is going on with you guys on Monday? What's popping in y'all's neck of the woods, man? What are you guys? I have not had a cigar today. Have not had one. Not sure if I'm going to have one. I'm not necessarily fiending to have one, but nonetheless, depending on how it feels, I hadn't let the dog out today, so I know she's probably made a mess out there. So I got to go out there and let her out anyway. So really, depending on what's going on outside, would depend on whether or not I actually go and have a stick or not. If it's cool in the garage, probably not. If it's a little warm, we'll work it out. So I cannot see any of your comments. So if you guys are sending me comments or whatever, please let me know. Because I have to look on my phone. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys are sending me messages, I can't get them directly from the live simply because for some odd reason Facebook does not see, or I think you have to pay for that feature. It might be a feature that because I'm paying for this monthly, but there's certain features that you have to pay for, which is dumb because like I can come down here and I can type Um, hang on, now I'm gonna do it right there because I can't do it right there. What did I do with that? Oh, the private chat. All right, so I'll put that up, or I can go up here to chat, and I can go, and it's right there. So you'll see that up top. But for some odd reason, it says can't post messages to some channels. But if you guys respond, depending on how you're looking at it, I'll be able to see your post or your comments right here. Other than that, I'm not able to see anything from you guys today. All right, so anyway, we got a few questions that we want to ask you guys today. One of the first questions I want to ask is all about cigars, because again, remember, this is private blend. This is what it's about. Um, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Cigars, wine, so on and so forth. And the first question is, do you think cigars are designer? Like Gucci, might be Cohiba, Versace is Davidoff. Are we seeing that type of movement in the cigar community? Are we seeing that certain cigars are coming off more like designer fashion or designer stick than others? Like when you think of a factory smoke, you don't think of Gucci or Pradamo. I mean, Gucci or Versace or Louis Vuitton. You don't think of a brand or expensive brand because that is not an expensive cigar. But when you think of Davidoff, Cohiba Black, Cohiba Spectre, you know, when you think about these high-end cigars, they come off like designer fashion because the value of the stick kind of puts you in the realm of what that stick is all about from the price point. But the question for you guys is, do you think cigars are designer or have become designer? You know, are we in that place where now uh, we play the brand game where certain people only smoke Cohibas or Davidoffs or certain Cubans, you know, just for the sake of those sticks being expensive or hard to find sticks? Is that where we are with cigars? And if so, what are your thoughts on that? Uh, let's see. Let me go back. All right. Now, if you guys are not going to respond, then of course we'll just move on to the next question because y'all know we're not going to sit around and wait on it. All right. So the next question: What are the top 5 reasons that you light up a stick? We would love to hear from you guys. What are the top 5 reasons that you actually smoke your cigars, light up a stick, and get your day jumping, whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon? What are the top 5 reasons that you actually light up a stick? Come on, guys, y'all give me some feedback. Y'all give us some feedback right there in the thing, man. Let us know what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? And that way we can kind of kick it off. We got 4 people watching. We can at least get one comment. We've already asked one question with no response. Let's see if we can get another question and see if we can get some people respond to that. Now, once again, if you guys are sending over comments, I can't see it directly in the directly on the live, so I have to actually go into my phone to see it, or I can actually just go to Facebook over here. Okay. All right. So Next question. I started smoking cigars because of A, boredom, B, culture, or C, curiosity. Will Green, we see you now. Okay, so Will popped in. Thank you, Will, for popping in. Now, Will, if you want to come on the live, you can definitely come on the live as well. We can bring you in, I believe. Let's see. All right, I gotta send out this link, man. I think that's how it works. Again, I'm still kind of new at this, so y'all have to forgive me, man. All right, Will, we just sent you the link. Anybody else want to get that link? Let's see. Let's see. Culture and curiosity for me. After witnessing my great uncle smoke a stick when I was a young child, I knew it was something I wanted to do. All right, right on, right on. Okay, well, here's another one for you. I always have an extra stogie for a friend or guest. True or false? Right now, we got Will Green playing the game, y'all. And anybody else that wants to actually answer that, you can definitely answer that if you want. Um, I always have an extra stogie for, if you're just out. Yeah, if you have some issues, I mean, if you're going out or whatever, do you keep an extra stick in your travel humidor for your friends or your guests? True or false? Is that a true or false statement that you do or you don't? Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I gotta go, and this is one of my quick commercial breaks, man. So give me a quick second, and we will be right back. If you hang tight, all right? All right. Sorry about that, guys. We are back. Will Green, I sent you the link in the messenger. It's in your messenger, bro. I'm looking at it right now. So we're getting a lot of feedback right now. Getting a lot of feedback from people that are wanting the freak shows. Listen, we only have a limited run of those particular sticks. Now, a few people that have said that they've reached out to me um, in general, but I have not seen anything from anybody, man. I mean, hang on 1 second, Will Green. Let me post it up right here. All right, so there's the link right there. All right, let's see. Where are we? Okay, there he is.
I'm getting to you.
All right, we got you right here.
What's going on? Wait,
What's happening, man? What you got going on?
nothing. Light
Yeah.
day.
All right.
Light day.
Okay.
So what was the next question? Well, before we get into that, how are you? How was your day?
Man, everything's cool, man. I just got through. I came on this morning and I just finished up my last project. So as soon as I finished it up, I said, let me go back on real quick, man, because we had some packaging to do, repackaging for the freak shows, because we had freak shows that several people had ordered. And so we been working on new packaging for new stuff, and so we went ahead and redone the freak show packaging. Even though we got a box and we got a 5-piece packaging, and again we just finished with the fat pack, the packaging that turned out super super dope. And so as soon as I posted this up, bro, they are just blowing my inbox up, bro. They
Hey,
all
that sounds like a good day.
Yeah, it is, man. But we only had so many of those sticks. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do a wide. I think we may have done maybe 150, 200 sticks of that, but we had been selling them. So we don't, I might have 15 packs left. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, that's one of those hit or miss things. If you get it, you get it. Um, if you don't, then it's on to the next thing, man. We got some good stuff that's coming up, though. Let's see. Something went wrong. Please try again. Hang on one second. So
Yep.
like I had this brother right here. He said, because I'm not seeing some of these people's posts, their comments. The guy says I'm a scammer, fake show, fake rewraps. You go through stuff like that when people can't get their hands on your stuff. They want to put the mouth on you. So
Right.
um, yeah, yeah. Let me respond to him. Yeah, yeah. So I responded to him. I said, "Well, it's to be expected from you because I don't look like you." Yeah. So of course you want to put the mouth on me and say it's fake or whatever, but it's all right though. It's simple. It's simple. I mean, everybody ain't gonna believe in what you got going on, man, and it's okay. You just kind of keep on moving and go from there. What you got going on, man?
Day was pretty much a light day, regular daddy duty, responsibilities. Drop the kid off at school, pick him up, come home, take care of baby girl. Regular day for me, man. Nothing too tough. I'm actually waiting for the Sports Foundation Incorporated, which is, as advertised, a sports nonprofit foundation that deals with the inner city youth here in New York. And I was just recently named their sports director. So I'm actually just sitting here now waiting, or rather awaiting, for the contract to be sent over so we can get the first program launched. And we're looking to do that somewhere between January and February, depending on the time.
Right,
So that's all. Going back and forth through emails, doing some program designing for the basketball program, cycling through some names that I have as far as candidates for potential coaching positions that I'll have open. So just doing a little bit of that, nothing too deep.
right. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man, because these people they're from another group, and they'll send me text, and I can't see it for some odd reason, and then I'll see it if I post something, but I can't see that they're sending me direct messages. And this guy is, I guess he want to tongue wrestle, but like I told him, he said, this is what he said. He says, I said, thanks for your comment, but it's to be expected from someone like yourself for sure. He says, then back it up with something tangible. I said, well, I have nothing to prove to you. And
Right.
I have nothing to prove to your loud mouth that simply wants to belittle others that may be doing something that you're not. Nonetheless, have a great day. So you got those people out there, man, that really want to just take the time out and just kind of, slay. I don't even know this dude. I don't even know who he is, man. You know what I'm saying? But if they can't get their hands on it, they just automatically put you and throw you under the bus as if you're trying to run game. I'm like, bro, my product speaks for itself. You can say what you want to say about me, man, and
Right.
we'll keep pushing. But that hasn't happened in a while, so it's kind of be expected. There's a white brother that made the comment. don't know him. But prior to that, my last experience was a brother that threw me under the bus just because he could not get my resources. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not gonna let that just make me have a bad day though, man. So. hmm What you smoking, man? What you got over there smoking?
So I have a little bit more than half of that Churchill that I was holding on or well smoking on yesterday, and because
Right.
I didn't get to finish because little mama woke up, I left it out in the ashtray, and this is my first time actually getting back to it. So I did hear that you mentioned that you hadn't had a stick yet for the day, and this would be my second.
Okay.
So I'm tapping onto that, and then I'll go and take a little shuffle through the humidor and decide what I'm going to smoke. But I did get that sampler pack that was sent from the gentleman on Sticks and Kicks page that we're on. I got it in the mail today. I just got to go and pick it up. So
Who was the brother? I don't remember who that was.
yeah, hold on a second. I'll tell you. It is Will Walker. Yeah, it's a cat named
Will
Will
Walker.
Walker that's on the Sticks and Kicks page, and I believe he did it Thursday. It might have been Thursday or Friday. He said that he was feeling in the Christmas spirit,
Oh yeah, I saw
and
that. I saw that.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he actually chose me, and he was supposed to send me the sampler pack, and I believe one other person, but yeah, I had it sent to my business address, and I just didn't go over there and check any mail today, so I'll get around to doing it tomorrow.
right on, right on.
And of course, I'm gonna share it with the group and let everybody know what goodies I got sent my way.
Right, right, right,
And
right,
if it's something that I have yet to run across, then we'll grab that first and then do a nice little live review about it.
right, right. Man, I don't have. I think last night, man, I think I smoked like 4.5 cigars plus I did the pipe. So, bro, I tossed and turned all last night with some nicotine rush. Bro, it had me throwed off so bad, bro. I mean, insomnia, bro, so bad. I didn't know nicotine to do you like that. And he did me like that, man. He had me throw way off in left field, So I said, let me just take a quick break from it. That way, you know, I ain't got no problems. And then, that sleep was something else, bro. I stayed in the bed until about, I think it was about 11 o'clock, bro. Normally I'm up about 7.
I wish I could stay in the bed until 11.
Yeah, that's the first time I've done that in a long time, bro. But again, like I said, I mean, them cigars, I did all of them were full body too. Every last one
Right,
of them was full body sticks. And I'm like 4 cigars back to 4.5 plus the
right.
pipe just to be on the live. Come on, man. Nah.
Well, you wasn't alone. I was putting some smoke in the air with you.
Man, yeah, bro. But it's kind of like it's like, bro, I'm just really, really, really just going off over here, man. So I had to cut back for sure, man. I just can't do it for the live like that all the time. You dig?
Understood, understood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, uh so here's another quick question. If you want to see it on the screen right there, let you read it.
The last person I smoked a stogie with, Lance. Lance. I smoked with Lance for his birthday Thursday.
Right on. So that's true. All right.
That is the truth.
All right. There you go right there.
Yeah, it was actually his birthday. We posted in the group. I told everybody to get him a Flathead 770 because that's one of his favorite cigars. And then I ended up running into him that night and handed him the 770, and we put one in the air.
Okay. All right. So we got another one for you right there.
Anybody else in the comments? I don't. I guess I don't get to see.
Nah, because that's what I'm saying. For some odd reason, man, I can only see certain comments depending on the device that they're using or whatever. And
Right.
it might just be me. I'm not sure. But even with my post, it's the same thing. And so just I like the post that I just had with the freak shows. I just took it down because I'm like, okay, I'm getting all this feedback from this one group, man. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to even. Let me just get rid of what I got and be through with it. I ain't gonna go through all that, man.
Right.
You know. Okay. All right, here you go, Dan.
Top five reasons to light up a stick. Um, I'll give you all five in one answer because I want to.
There you go.
I I just enjoy it. I just enjoy it that much. I don't need a reason. As soon as my feet hit concrete, I'm smoking, and then the rest of it is by chance.
Right, right.
So I don't need five reasons. I got one.
Got one that fits it all.
That's it for me.
Okay. So in celebration of baby girl, you lit one up because you would have lit one up anyway.
Oh, absolutely,
Right on.
absolutely. As soon as she was born at 10:28. I think I left the hospital at about 11:30 because I had to move the car out of the lot, and I traveled from Lower Manhattan to Yonkers in about a half hour. So my very first stick when she was born, I believe I smoked a League of Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke a League of Nine and Padron 1926 that night to celebrate her birth.
What you taking? Okay. Ain't that what Sophia too? Oh, okay. Right on, right on.
Well, I'm rapid fire with the answers, so I'm ready.
Yeah, I already know, man. I already know you coming with it, man. You know what? Again, like when I started doing a restream, it was just another opportunity to kind of build a different look to the platform so that people could come on and enjoy just a different vibe with it. And it's just one of those things, bro. You know, no matter what you do, man, you got to figure the timing and the rhythm. We talked about that the other day. The timing, you know, what's the best time? Like I had several people say, bro, you should come on late at night, and I'm like, bro, I'm not a night owl, but they're
Right,
telling me I should come on late at night, you know. So that's
right.
one part of it, you know what I'm saying? Finding that spot, bro, just says everything, you know. And so with me, man, just trying to find that location and that time where it's good. Uh that's uh that's definitely one of those things that I'm still trying to do, even on just your regular Facebook, because this is not Facebook, it just streams to Facebook, you
Yeah,
know.
no, it was I actually found it on YouTube and then subscribed to the YouTube page and
Yeah,
then came here. So I'm on
yeah.
it. I tell you, I'm always watching.
Yeah, now the YouTube page was when I had my sneaker page, and we
Hmm.
were doing a brand ambassadorship with Cool Wheel with the electric skateboard, and I had that for 2 years, and that was super super dope, man. I mean, I think I got 3 boards out of that deal, you know, so that was dope, man. And but I couldn't keep up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's brand ambassador, bro. You got to do your homework. You got to be on it, especially for content. You got to build content, photos,
Right, right,
bro.
right.
You know, that's a nonstop deal, bro. And then you talking about 6 months, 12 months, depending on your deal. You know, so that was a good time, though. It was a real good time. So I just thought I'd keep that page and just kind of ping off that page with what I currently have, man. So, um,
And you
yeah,
and you merge your audiences, so it works out.
yeah, yeah. The way they get you though is that you can pay more and they'll broaden the audience even bigger. So if I pay more, I can go over it. I can get I think Snapchat. I mean, not Snapchat, Instagram and TikTok. If I pay more, you know what I'm saying. But I'm like, bro, if I can't get people on this level, I ain't gonna go pay just to go somewhere else to get them. I'm like,
Right.
man, come on, no, it ain't that deep, man. You know what I'm saying? I just take a break and not do it at all because
I
this money,
got you.
yeah, this money is coming out of my account every month, man. That
Yeah.
$20 coming out every month just to not use it.
So what else you got for me?
Um, hold on, I had them right here. Uh, yeah, we've had a lot of these questions before, indirectly. So let's see. Yeah, so we've had a lot of these conversations, man. A lot of this stuff. Okay, so name three celebrity men cigar enthusiasts, and name three female cigar and celebrity enthusiasts.
That's a good question. Um, MJ, Michael Jordan,
Huh?
Morgan Freeman, Sly Stallone. Um, three women. Jennifer Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if my memory serves me correctly, Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, yeah.
And who's another that I've noticed over the years? Um, that was Smoke. That third one is a little iffy. As far as a celebrity, what's the third that I've seen? Celebrity female smoker. Um, Vanessa Williams, Jennifer Lopez. I've seen a photo with Latifah on it, but I wouldn't say that she's an enthusiast, to my knowledge. But Latifah, Queen Latifah.
I can't say that you're right or wrong, but her name's not on the list. I'll give you one more try. You got the first two right though.
Um, what's her nationality?
Oh, there's a lot of different ones.
Okay. Um, what era? What's her age
Any era,
range?
because they go way back. Some of them you won't even think about. I'll just give it to you. I'll give you one.
What's the didn't the very famous Latin singer smoke as well? Her last name is Cruz.
Um, Not on the list, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so what's the one that you have for me?
Oh, it's a couple of them. Janet Jackson, Madonna, Tony Braxton.
Tony
Um,
Smokes. Wow.
yeah, Raquel Welch, Lil
Mm-hmm.
Kim, Heidi Klum, Demi Moore, Janet Jackson, Naomi Campbell.
Nice. Yeah, I was stumped on the third one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah.
I was stumped
And
on
then
the
as
third
far
one.
as guys, I'm surprised you did not say Steve Harvey.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I definitely see him smoking, but I don't know how. I don't know how deep in it he is. Like Busta Rhymes is a male artist that smokes, and I only know him to smoke Gurkhas. Nas has, his own cigar. He's one. Jay Z has his own cigar. I mean, I can give you, a dozen off the top of my head. But yeah, Steve does smoke. He does take a lot. He takes a lot of photos with a stick in his hand. So you only said three.
Right, 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 right. So you got that. You got that. Yeah, man. Let's see here. All right, so one of the things I can definitely name off, man, is I can actually give you five of the most expensive cigars in the world. I don't know if you know any of them at all, but I can definitely give you five of the most expensive cigars in the world. If you think you know them, I'll give you a shot at it first.
Yeah, I do know some of them. I actually had it written down a time or two. I'm sure somewhere in this phone, but I'm using that for the light. So I'm gonna try to take this one off the top of my head. I know for certain one of them is the Gurkha Black Dragon. That is in the top five. Um, there's another
No,
one. You said no?
no. There's another Gurkha, but it's not that one.
It's not the Black Dragon. Then it definitely has dragon in it. It has dragon in the name.
I don't know.
It was like $1,200 a stick for that cigar.
Well,
But
we're talking about let me kind of rephrase it. So the five of the most expensive cigar boxes in the world, because by the box, that's why they're expensive per piece. If you broke it down, they're probably going to be very pricey as well. But by the box, I'll give you the first one is the Arturo Fuente Opus X Limited that comes in at $30,000 per box.
right,
$30,000 per box, man.
Cohiba has one.
Cohiba Behike
Yep,
comes in at $18,000 per box. Gurkha, you were speaking of Gurkha. Gurkha, His Majesty's Reserve, comes in at $15,000 per box. Fuente Don Arturo Anniversary Zario comes
yep.
in at $7,500. And then Arturo Fuente Opus X BBMF, they broke this down to this per stick. Those are $55 per stick. But these are the top five. And this is as of 2020, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's as of 2020. Let me see. Yeah, 2020. So as of 2020, those were the top five uh, most expensive cigars in the world. Now, the current list of the five most highly rated cigars, which is different. Do you think you know some of them?
No, I don't
Most
even look
highly
at that
rated.
list. I don't even look at the list. So just shoot them off to me.
Okay, so we're talking about the Gurkha Royal Cartesian. Okay, then
I've
we
heard of
have
that.
the Cohiba Behike. Again, these are the top most
Top rated.
highly rated. Sure. Then we have the Regis Double Corona. We also have the Arturo Fuente Opus X Limited. And then we also have the King of Denmark Limited Edition. Those are the top five highly rated cigars in the world. All right. Now, the next is going to be the rarest, the top six rarest cigars in the world. All right.
One
You
of
want
them,
to
one of them. I can't tell you the name. I definitely have the list, but one of them I know it is said to have the tobacco aged over 600 years, and it's something in the Amazon.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't go into
But it does mention the
details.
600 years.
Yeah, it doesn't give it just gives the name of the stick. Um, you got the Dunhill Flor del Punto. Then you
Okay,
have the Jack and Charlie's 21 selection.
never heard of it.
Then you have Cohiba Dinner of the Century. Fuente Don Carlos Box Press Belicoso. Then we have the Cohiba Behike original release, the very first one. And then we also have the Ashton Virgin Sun Grown.
Yeah, the
Those are
VSG.
yeah, those are the six of the rarest cigars in the world. Rare. Yeah, man.
That's good research. That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
question too. Good question.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hold my hat on those cigar aficionado top rated lists too tough.
Nah, bro. You know what? I learned that it's all comes back to again your life experience with what you do. Whether I ever meet these people, whether I ever find that cigar, it doesn't matter because the experience is my experience, and you just kind of get what you get, and it's what you make of it as far as knowledge, the whole nine. I have to say though, with a lot of the information that I share, I got a lot of it from my man. Tyrone Parker. Tyrone Parker wrote a book called Respect the Cigar. And I watched and read his book, man, and got a lot of literature that he got, from people like Cigar International, a lot of cigar
Hmm.
outlets and resources. So he did a great job of putting that stuff together. So that's where I get a lot of my information as well. So shout out to Tyrone Parker. Let me tell you what this brother did, though, man, to put it out there now. I read his book so much. I shared his information so much. He said I plagiarized his book, man. The brother
he
said I plagiarized this book, man.
he looking for a kickback.
Bro, he said I plagiarized this book. I'm like, he literally said that on Facebook though, man.
Ah,
That I took his book from him. I'm like, bro,
I've heard worse. I've had worse said to me.
man, crazy, 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 man. So yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've
Let me see.
definitely
Hang
had
on one
worse said
second.
to me.
Let me put you up here. What was it? Iron Lungs, what?
On Instagram,
Yeah, what's the name of your
I
name?
I am Iron Lungs with a Z.
Oh, I am Iron Lungs.
Yeah, I,
It's on Instagram.
yeah. The YouTube
Oh, we
the
got you.
YouTube account. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, Iron Lungs with a Z.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, I am Iron Lungs. Yep, but with a Z.
All right. There we go.
Yeah, good stuff.
Man, what you over there drinking, man?
Some homemade sweet tea.
That is the good stuff, bro.
You see, I got it in the pint cup.
Yeah, I see you. I see you.
No alcohol tonight.
Yeah, man. I bought me some new some sake, and I said I'm not gonna even. I'm chilling for a day or so. Take me a break, man. Sometimes you just gotta weed them out, bro. It's easy to
Hmm.
get hemmed up, bro.
Indeed, true indeed.
Hmm. Let's see. All right, so let me just go through some things right here. It talks about cigar smoking is a simple pleasure that um, that equalizes the rich with the not so rich. A cigar has the power of putting everyone that smokes on the same level, regardless of color, your wallet, power of influence. The personal enjoyment of smoking puts everyone in the same boat, going in the same direction. Of course, you agree with that. I know you agree with that.
Yeah, we actually had that conversation the other night.
Yeah. So now we talk about do's and don'ts of the cigar game. So some of the do's are whenever you go to a lounge or you're around, like when you're around your partners or whatever, man, always bring good energy. This is what you do. How important is it to you that you got a good vibe and that you bring good energy to the table? That is a do. Always do bring good energy, but how important is that to you?
Um, that is the one thing that is said, might be even documented, but that's the one thing that is said to ruin a cigar is the bad company. So
Uh-huh.
it's definitely top of my list in regards to going out to a lounge, not only for myself but for the individuals that I'm around. Um,
Right.
I feel that their mood at that present time is definitely contagious, and you'll find yourself falling right, into that rabbit hole of funk if that's what they walked in with. Um, and you're engaging in conversation with them, you'll kind of pick up some of those similar traits. So you want to keep positive energy around you, in my opinion.
Right, right, right. That's definitely a plus. Have you had the Cohiba Black yet?
I have um, not my favorite. I'm not a big Cohiba fan, honestly. It's a little too light for me. Some of them, I have revisited a time or two throughout my cigar journey, but they're flavorful at times. But it's definitely not a cigar that I keep in rotation.
Right. Okay. Hang on one second. Let me uh trying to bring this page up right quick. It doesn't
I
look like
got you.
it's
I see a little bit of movement.
yeah, I don't I gotta something's wrong with the thing, man. So let me go back. All right, let me go back to that. All right. Okay. So the next part of that was and these are all the do's. We're gonna get into the don'ts too, but do say please and thank you. If you're ever going to a lounge or if you're at a club or whatever the case may be, man, we talked about etiquettes last night, man. Saying thank you, man, and the etiquettes of being in that spot, man. Those people that are serving you, those people that are serving there, it's kind of like people at church, man. Saying thank you is really just home training, stuff that you learn when you was at the crib. But if you don't have that, just know that please and thank you are etiquettes that you definitely want to have in a cigar lounge. What do you think about that, bro?
Please and thank you will take you a long way.
Yeah,
So I agree. I mean, it's one of those unsaid rules, and those that understand, you don't really need much explanation behind it. It definitely goes a long way because if you are there and you are receiving a service, then you should be appreciative of the service. And if you're not, then that's a conversation that you should have with management so they can kind of find a way to rectify that and accommodate you in the way that would be pleasurable. So, absolutely.
right. And also too, when you're in the lounges, there's another do. Do bring your own accessories. Bring your own lighters. Bring your own cutters. You know, bring your own stuff. And the reason being too, especially now with COVID, with cutters and stuff like that, you just kind of run that risk because everybody's not cleanly and clean as you might be. You know, they might not even remember. They might have to cut their stick again, and they've been smoking on it or whatever. And even if they don't cut it from that end, they're still breathing through it, which is still moisture coming from their mouth. So having your own tools is definitely essential to being in a lounge or brick and mortar, whatever, when you're out. So do bring your own stuff. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. That's another no brainer. I mean, but that separates the boys from the men. You can definitely tell the um, the seasoned smoker from the novice because more times than none they have their own tools, whether it's the cutters, the lighters, the punch, um, even a humidor. Although some establishments don't allow humidors to be brought in, just so they can move their inventory. But more times than none, yeah, seasoned smokers have their own tools.
Right,
I
right,
know
right,
I
right.
do.
Yeah, now I know you've probably seen this. I've seen it where you might be sitting around some cats, man, that are you might be sitting down in the spot or whatever, and all of a sudden they come in and they pull the cellophane off. They just ball it up, throw it on the thing, or pull the band off, and throw it on the thing. You know, one of the do's is do be sure to throw your trash in the trash. Make sure that you don't just come in and dropping ashes everywhere, man, and leaving your plastic wrapper and the bands all over, especially when you're sitting around gentlemen that are having great conversation, great dialogue. You don't want to come in and just kind of mess up the whole vibe of what's going on, because you might have some brothers in there that really might be OCD. So
I'm
why
one of
you
them.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, definitely be one of those people, man, that throws your stuff in the trash, and not in the ashtray. Let the paper go in the ashtray, the plastic go in the garbage, and let the plastic go in the garbage, and let your ash go in the ashtray, because nobody wants to be sitting there dumping ash that still has some type of flame to it, you know what I'm saying? And it lights that uh that plastic or that wrapper, on fire. Next thing you know, you change the smell and the ambiance because it caught on fire. So and it can happen, and it does happen. Okay. All right. So next is when you're also in those locations, man, when you're in the places like the lounges and places like that, man, also be sure that you do this, that when these people serve you, man, if they're bringing you drinks and they take care of you, man, please be sure to tip the waitresses and the assistants that are in that spot, man, accordingly, because it's very important, man, that we help them to give us the great service that they may give us. And the better you do, the more they're going to go out of their way. You might get a free drink, or not that you have to look for it, but if you bless them, they're going to bless you. Now, I know that probably happened to you several times, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, rather, I wouldn't necessarily say happened to me. I've seen it done. I've 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 witnessed servers, cigar girls, men that would attend to the customer, and I mean, not necessarily go above and beyond, but do their job and do their job quite well. And you know that patron at the time would just get up and leave, and more times than none they're leaving a mess behind, whether it's ash on the floor or wrappers and napkins and forks and spoons, cups and the table, and they just go about their business. And it's definitely a sore sight. um so for me, there's been times that I've gone into an establishment and not had cash on me, and instead of me leaving a tip on my card, I've even gone as far as tipping the server with a cigar. I would go in my box and just give them a stick. Like, hey, appreciate you for your service. Thanks for showing me a good time or making sure that I was all right. And believe it or not, that goes a long way as well. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be acceptable in all establishments, but at least for me, it was the thought. I didn't have any cash, so I know that they were a smoker, and hey, why not bless you with one?
Right,
It's the same. It's a fair exchange for me.
right. So there it is, man. I mean, treat you get what you put out. Put it like that. Now those are some of the dudes, man, the dudes that we talk about. Now we also got to talk about the don'ts, man. Some of the don'ts, um, some of it is just common sense, man. Don't bring negative energy. We talked about energy the first time, bringing positive energy and a good vibe. Don't bring negative energy, man. You completely ruin the whole vibe for everybody that may be there for relaxing and chilling and just enjoying maybe their new stick, their latest sticks. whatever. You bring some more negative vibe up in there that maybe you and your old lady might be into it or whatever, but that's just not the place for maybe at that moment. Be careful of bringing different types of vibes to the table, man. Because not all vibes are bad vibes if it's just concerning conversation. But be careful and be very wise in choosing what conversation you bring to the table when it comes to your vibe and having negative vibes, man. Don't bring negative vibes to the table, man. So, all right. The next one is do not, I repeat, do not beg and borrow cigars for people's lighters. Don't beg people for sticks in the lounge, man. Don't go out begging people to give you a stick or spot you a stick in the lounge. That is one of the most unflattering things that a brother can do, unless that's your homeboy, your partner, your brother, somebody that you know that will give you one. Don't find yourself begging and borrowing sticks, openly, just because you're out. And because sometimes I think that's a way of just taking advantage of the situation, that they'll give you a stick because you're there versus, they typically wouldn't have given you one because you always begging. So don't be out begging for sticks. I don't know, has that ever happened to you? Somebody beg you for a stick or ask you for a stick because they didn't have one?
Countless times, countless times. Um, I put it to you this way: one, you can't borrow a cigar. It's not possible. So that's off the table. You can just get that out of the vocabulary right now. You cannot borrow a cigar. But yeah, man. I've had countless interactions with people to where they either wanted a stick or were begging for one. In fact, I'm not gonna put the brother's name out there, but it's one gentleman in particular for about a 5, 6 year stretch until we had a real serious conversation one on one. Um, that every time he would see me, and or any time that he would see me, and we worked together, doing a couple of events. He knows my name. He knows my real name as well as my industry name. But the very first thing that would come out of his mouth, on site, upon site, would be, "Oh, Cigar Man is here." And, "Hey, what's going on, good brother?
Mm,
What's going on? I know you got something. Uh, yeah, man, let me get a stick." And he's not a cigar smoker. And what I mean by that is this is not something that he does on a daily basis. It's not a part of his lifestyle. He does it simply for show.
right.
Um, so with that said, my reluctancy to give you a cigar is already at the heightened level because I know, for one, you're not going to enjoy the cigar. You're probably not going to smoke the entire cigar. More times than none, you throw it out, and or you're not looking to pay for anything. So that happened a few times, and one time, or rather, the last time that it happened, same type of interaction, same conversation. And then I said, "Well, I can't give you a cigar, but you're more than willing to purchase one." And he's like, "Oh, you gonna charge me for it?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, I paid for it. Like, cigars aren't free." So
Right.
the next question was, "Well, what you got?" Well, here we go with that. You asking a question that really doesn't matter at this point because you have nothing. So whatever I have, you're gonna pick up one of them because you're looking to get something here. There's
Hmm.
really not no exchange of service. Like, you need me, I don't need you. And then he went into the box. He shuffled through a couple, touch him, and then we had a conversation about that. "Oh, what's this one about? What's this one about? Listen, man, you want to smoke or not?" At this point,
Right.
like, I'm tired of having this conversation with you, uh, on a regular occurrence, and even at this moment, like, I'm already annoyed. So if you want one, whatever the rapper says as far as the price, that's what you can give me, and I'm not worried about the change. So if it's 15, 99 or 15.75, give me the 15 and go about your business. And he gave me oh he gives me the money and needed change. So I gave him the change, and then he made a comment in regards to the actual change of the price. So again, I'm just giving an example. If it was 15.45 and he gave me a $20 bill, I gave him, what I had. Maybe if I had four singles, so I gave him $4. So in return, he gave me 16. He wanted the 55 cents,
Wow.
and it took me over the top. And that was the last time that happened.
Wow. 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 Now, do you think that's a culture thing?
Yeah, it's a black cigar culture thing, definitely.
I'm constantly trying to figure out ways, man. How do we tear down some of these goofy walls, bro? Some of these goofy. I,
I'll tell you how I address it head on. As soon as it happens, I'm speaking on it. I know brothers that come outside, regardless of the venue, whether it's a lounge, outdoors, is a lush, never has a bottle of his own, but is always asking for a sip. And more times than none, after about two or three sips, you might catch him walking away with the bottle and giving it to somebody else.
wow,
I know several people like that.
wow, that's real bummy, man.
It exists, I'm telling you, bro.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. I was gonna say, hold on one second.
I've been at this 19 years. It's nothing that surprises me anymore.
That's how long you've been smoking? 19 years.
Yeah.
Okay,
In the culture, 12.
man, bro, you're a good one, bro. You're a good one. I thought 2 years. Well, you know what? I had more people thinking that I had been in the game for a long time because I sounded like it, and I'm like, bro, if you was really listening, you know that you could tell that I ain't
Yeah,
been in. What I'm saying, if you were truly listening, then you would have known for yourself. But um, it feels like it's been longer though. It feels like it, because I had a lot of things that happened a lot quicker than I expected you
right.
know. And even just here, just dealing with this little situation tonight, the young cat. Well, I don't know if the guy is young or not, but the young brother that just made this little
A young
slick comment.
mentality.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, bruh, come on, next. So what we gonna do for you, man? We just gonna go ahead and block you because it's probably the second or third time that I've seen him make a little slick comment about anything that I post. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know you, so why are you saying anything to anybody about me? And I don't even know you. You ain't never bought nothing from me. I don't know nothing about you. If it's a scam, how would you know it's a scam if you ain't never bought nothing? You ain't never even reached out to me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, bro, come on, really? That's what we doing now? So I
Well,
said,
the YGs have a term for it, and it's called trolling.
yeah, 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 indeed,
Yeah,
indeed,
he's
trolling
troll.
for sure.
He's a troll. Just
Wow,
looking,
yeah.
just looking for a little bit of attention.
Yeah, yeah, and I saw that I think he has a cigar line himself too. So that was another little red flag. Like, okay, I
Yeah, he's
see.
he's he's trying to piggyback off of your platform to get the attention,
Yeah,
notoriety off of your platform, just making obscene comments.
yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, you right. You sure right. You sure right, man. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in, man. That's the world we live in. Anyway, we were talking about don'ts. Last thing we talked about is don't be begging people for cigars. We've heard from you about that. The next one is don't try to be the center of attention. Um, while you're there, try to blend in, try to fit and be a part of the conversation. Many times you'll get those guys that are aficionados that have taken on the title or they want to become. They want to be that aficionado, and so they'll try to hog the conversation just because they're somewhat educated about the leaf or whatever. And I think truly, when you try to become the center of attention, then it takes away really from that energy and that vibe of the whole thing. Because you may have other people that are just as intelligent as you are. You know, they bring a lot to the table just as you do, man. So you got to give people room to enjoy you for who you are versus just kind of hog the scene. What are your thoughts on that, man?
I have a few. Um, first and foremost, the loudest one in the room is usually the weakest.
Oh,
Uh,
oh,
you know, I'll say that. Um, I've been said to have a commanding presence, is how it was termed to me. Over the years, I kind of started to embrace that a little bit more just through my interactions with people and how they gravitate and the relationships that I have. Um, with people in all walks of life. So, I'm usually a person that stands out, even when I don't want to,
mm-hmm.
which is more times than none. I go places, anywhere in any state, and there's someone that knows me from something. So, I've kind of just accepted it for what it is. But, with that said, I don't feel that I come off as a person that commands the attention of a room through my actions, and or words.
Right.
Um, so those that do, um, I see it as a sign of insecurity, personally, um, especially coming from a man. It's a form of insecurity, and maybe it's due to your lack of knowledge, um, about the cigar or the culture itself. Maybe it can be a lot of things. You can speculate on many things. So
Mm-hmm.
I won't dig too deep into that, but I definitely feel that it should be on that list. It should be a don't. Be who you are. In fact, that's the greatest person that you can be, because anything after that is it's definitely not flattery.
Right.
You know.
Right. Right. Yeah, trying to be something that you're not, you
Yeah.
know. And I think many of us at some point in time, even though we may not be quick to admit it, but I know even when I became a brand ambassador, I took on the attributes of a character, Drip Sinatra, when I first came into the cigar community. Actually, I got Drip Sinatra when I was in the fashion community, so it really started back then. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I had to really kind of find the face of what and who Drip Sinatra was, and really learn how to really channel that energy back into who Dino was. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'll say it now, Drip Van Gogh, Drip Sinatra, whatever, all those little, I was given all those names. I didn't come up with that stuff. They gave me those names.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now it's like,
Absolutely.
yeah, now it's like, okay, well, y'all think it's cool. Now they call me Drip. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. My name's Dino, though. Hey, my name's Dino. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I'll agree with you on that. Believe it or not, we spoke about this before, one on one, but Iron Lungs is not a name that I created on my own. I was given that name, and you know, um, I would not be remiss if I would say that some may feel that Iron Lungs is a persona. Um, and I want to say very early on, I'll fall fault to kind of living up to that persona, so to
Hmm.
say. More like a alter ego,
Yeah,
and very quickly, just because I have conversations with myself regularly, I made myself aware of that fact, and just got back to being who I was.
hmm,
And yeah, Iron Lungs is a name, it's a brand, it's a company, but if we're referring to me, I'm still Will. You know.
right. Right, right. Yeah, that's for sure, man. That and there's nothing wrong with we all got that alias, that AKA.
I have
You
too
know,
many.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I have
So
two minutes.
it's how you live up to it, you know? Okay. Um, let's see. Okay, another don't is don't put half smoked cigars in your humidor. That's one of the worst things that anybody can do. I don't care how well, how long, how cool you are, how long you've been smoking. None of that. Do not smoke a cigar, half of it, a little bit of it. I did. Trust me, I made the mistake. One thing and did it about 2 weeks ago, bro. Oh my god! I said, and I cut it. Even though I cut it, I'm saying,
how
okay,
how
it won't
far did
stay.
you cut it?
Oh, bro, I cut it back. But what
Okay.
happened was because I had smoked enough of it for it to actually tunnel. You know, the smell of it to tunnel.
Hmm.
The ambiance of that smoked cigar, bro. It just it jacked me up, bro. And I know better, but I made that mistake thinking that I cut it back far enough, you know, to for it not to do it. But it jacked my humidor. I take everything out, clean it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
it's
yeah,
it's
one
a
cigar.
smoker's mistake. It's a
Yeah,
smoker's mistake.
yeah. So just when you think you know it all, bro, you make the mistakes just subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, again, so don't put half smoked cigars in your humidor. These are just the don'ts that we're talking about. Um, Now, we've talked about this too. Big lighter, soft flame versus
Oh
torch.
man, come
Yeah,
on.
we've
That's
talked
it.
about that. Now, I'm not going to say that this is a don't. I'll just
Hey,
say that this is what's the word we use? The word that you use. This
frowned
is
upon.
frowned upon. This is also there's another word. Subjective. There we go. So this is subjective.
That it is not. Subjective, it is not.
So the question has been out there for a while. Should you use
Ooh.
a big lighter soft flame versus a torch? You know, and you have people that truly frown upon people that literally light their cigars. I mean, will curse you out if they see you lighting your cigar with a cigarette lighter, with a big lighter. And um, even here, one of the don'ts is, you know, do not use a big lighter to start your cigar. Now, I'm like, if that's all you got, do what you do, but just if you know better, do better. That's all I'm saying. You know, I'm gonna give you a little grace on that one.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm, I'm not gonna say nothing. I told you. This is my comment to that. It is not subjective.
It's not subjective, y'all. It
It's
is not
not subjective.
subjective. That ain't to be played with, y'all. Y'all don't play with that one. Get to a torch.
Don't get caught in these streets slipping.
Hey, listen. So speaking of that though, so many of people, you got newcomers that come into the game smoking or whatever. If you had to suggest a great cutter and a great lighter for someone that's even new, what would you suggest to someone that may watch this later on or that may watch it now? What would you suggest to them that they can invest in? That like I bought the Vertigo torch lighter from the first lighter that I had. That is an amazing torch. The
Two
two
flame.
light, yeah, two flame. Yeah, I bought that one. It's a great. I just switched it up, man, probably about a month ago. And then I turned around and I got that CAO flathead lighter, which is a three flame. And I'm like, yo, I love this thing. But what would you suggest to a newcomer or someone that's looking to change up?
For a newcomer, I would tell you the inexpensive route, and what you can simply do is go to a smoke shop and get you one of those hand torches. It's a single flame. More times than none, it's made by Jet Line. They have them in different colors. They're about that big. I mean, that big. They come in different colors, like I said. Usually runs you anywhere between $5 to $7. Um, so you got those. You have some that are smaller. They usually look like a a glass lantern. It's clear glass. You see the fluid in it. They're usually single or double flame. They're $5. Believe it or not, those torches last you a long time. Contrary to belief, some of the cheaper torches last you longer than the
Oh
expensive
yeah.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and take it from someone who has invested a lot of money over, 19 years in torches. Um, don't get me wrong, I have some that are expensive too, but I know the difference. And for a cutter, um, the little plastic guillotine, you really can't go wrong with that. Um, I won't necessarily subscribe to any brand, but for a more of a regular smoker, and if you're looking to invest in this leisure, then I would suggest that you do my go-to V cut, the Calibri. That's the best on the market. Um, and I mean, literally, it's the best on the market. I would do that one, and I would do maybe a Zycar torch. And I say Zycar because they have a lifetime warranty. So if something goes wrong
Okay.
with them at any point in time, all you got to do is ship it back. They'll fix it, and if they can't, they'll replace it with the same model that you have, and you know, get you right back in the game.
Right on. Wow. That's good. Now you still talking. That's newcomer, but that's really anybody. You know what I'm saying? I think having the right tools is definitely A1. So those sound like some professional tools for a beginner that grows into, you know, a G. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
I think it works for anybody, man, for sure. Wow, wow. Now Zycar has now I use Zycar when it comes to the actual what do you call it, the flame juice.
Oh, you're talking about the butane.
Yeah, the butane. So
So yeah,
so which one do you prefer? I mean, I thought butane is butane, but which one do you prefer?
no, absolutely not.
Okay, tell me
Um,
why then.
I mean, they're made different. Some of them have oil, some of them don't. You have butane for lighters, and you have butane for torches, and they're two different fluids. You know,
Ah,
uh, so that plays a part of it. Zycar is cool. It's another one that I can't think of it right now because I don't have a bottle. I actually just recently ran out. I would have shown it to you, but it's silver, has a black top. Um, if you're gonna go the cheap route, I would get the one that they sell at like the bodegas, your corner stores, or smoke shops, and it's white, red lettering, yellow stripe, and it has a red top. I would use those three, but Zycar is cool. Zycar is cool for the butane.
okay. Now does now I have never had any issues as far as leaving any type of aftertaste or anything in mind. But have
That's
you
what
had?
the big lighter does. The big lighter leaves an aftertaste
Oh,
versus a torch or a stick lighter, a stick match,
right.
because that's sulfur. So there's definitely a taste, but that now leads you into the palate conversation. You got to know the difference.
Okay. Okay.
Even down to cedar. Usually a lot of cigar shops will break cedar into pieces, and then you can use whatever flame that you have, light the cedar stick, and then use the cedar stick to light your cigar as well. And
Mm-hmm.
it's inexpensive. You can break the inside of a humidor box and use the cedar from there, and light your sticks.
Yeah, I know a lot of humidor boxes come with cedar strips in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But they're all more times than none, unless it's paper, like a paper box. But most of the wooden boxes, I would say 95% of them are cedar.
Right. Okay. Okay. Right on. All right. Let's see.
I got one for you.
Right
That's
on.
not going to be on your list
All right.
for a newcomer. For a newcomer and or your seasoned smoker. If you're looking for a traveling humidor, the cheapest that you're going to find in the market will be on what's the website? Harbor Freight. Go to harborfreight.com. Harborfreight.com, and what you'll be looking for, it may not come up as humidor. It might come up as a gun case. It's the same exact make and model that is used for traveling humidors or your Herfador. And to give you a price difference, you can get you, let's say, a 20 count. You might get like a 20 count case for about 15, between 15 and $20 in Harbor Freight versus you spending $49, $50 at a cigar shop.
Right. Yeah,
It's
because they're gonna.
considerably less.
Yeah, because they're gonna sell it to you. They're gonna sell it to you for what they use it for, a cigar case.
Right,
So they can give you a
right,
cigar case price.
right.
You know.
But if you get
So
you a gun case with the styrofoam in the middle, that's a traveling humidor. It's
same
the same
thing.
thing.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
So
I
that's
have
that.
one. I never use mine at all, man. Don't never go
I have
nowhere.
too
So.
many. I have
Hmm.
about four of them. I have a 40 count, a 150 count, a 20 count, a 5 count. Yeah, I have too many. I actually give them away at this point.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because you definitely start collecting up some stuff, man. What time
I
is it?
have
We've
all
been on.
types of stuff in the house: ashtrays, cigar boards, lighter, cutter sets. I have all types of stuff in
See, that's because you're a G, man. You've been in the game. You've been doing your homework. You've been
here.
working.
Most of it has been gifted to me, believe it or not.
Right on. Yeah, but people give to people that they know you're gonna do something with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People don't just give because they just want to give, man. They give because they know you're gonna do something with it, man. So I salute you for that, man, because I get a chance to catch a glimpse of what you do, and I've seen some of the things that you've done with what you got. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to see when people are gonna take something and really run with it versus they just take it because it's given. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's always a good thing, man. Hold on, let me see. What is this? Uh, all right. Well,
See,
I
you got me for about another 15, 20 minutes if you're going to stick around. So you can hit me with whatever you got.
hit me with that one and then. All right. Let's see. Uh, let me get my notes out one more again.
While you're doing that, it's always a great conversation. That's why we have so many.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we learn, and then sometimes we might regurgitate some of the wisdom, but that's just a reminder of things that they would say. You keep the more you do it, the more you maintain it, or the more you retain it.
Repetition.
Yeah, the repetition. So it's always good to kind of be sure that you go back and remember what you got. Um, all right, so here's a few things, man, that come from. Let's see. Hang on. Let me see. Just again, some of the etiquettes of smoking. One of those things is to mentally prepare yourself for the cigar that you're about to actually smoke. It's kind of like if you're smoking a full bodied cigar, you're going to kind of prepare yourself for something heavy because you want something heavy. Many times you might just smoke it just because you got it and it just so happened to be heavy, but you may not have prepared for it. But one of the etiquettes that said is to prepare yourself for the cigar to come. Okay. And then it goes on to say, let's think about the feeling that you're going to have once you light up and clean your palate and prepare yourself for your favorite cigar or your favorite spirit. And make sure you have your cutter, your torch, your favorite ashtray, comfortable leather chair, your sofa. You clear out your voicemail. You've done everything that you need to do, man, to actually get ready for the cigar and wind down. clearing your mind, and preparing for your cigar experience is very vital to actually the experience of any stick. And again, that's some of us may wind down by doing those things like clearing out your email and text messages and things like that while you're smoking. But it's still a mental preparation in motion. You know what I'm saying? How important is it for you to wind down before you smoke, or do you rather wind down as you smoke? Is winding down for you smoking?
Yes, winding down for me is smoking. I feel whoever wrote that just had too much time on their hands, because it's not even practical.
Right,
More times than none, at least a person like me, I don't smoke out of necessity. I don't smoke because I need to. I smoke it because I enjoy it. But for those that do have cravings at times, like, hey, look, I need to have a cigar. It's been a while, a day or two, a couple of hours. More times than none, you don't have that much time to wind down. You got to get it in when you can. So, again, that statement is a little unrealistic. Um, I guess for someone coming into the cigar culture, that may be something that you would, hold a little water to. But like I said, as soon as my feet hit, you know, asphalt, concrete, I'm lighting a stick up.
right,
Um,
right, right,
I start my day smoking a cigar. Um, and it's not because I've had 20, 30 minutes, an hour, however long to now decompress and mentally prepare for that experience. That is part of the experience for me. It's sitting down, lighting a stick, having my morning coffee, you know, processing my thoughts and figuring out how I'm going to go about my day. And then as the day goes on, I'm still smoking just to keep me even keel. So,
right,
again, to answer the question or to bring it back home, yes to the last question, which is the cigar itself gets me into the process of decompressing and calming down and so on and so forth. I don't need to do it prior to.
right. So you're winding down. You know, everybody's got their own way of doing things, and that's definitely much respect to that, for sure. I will say too, how important before you light your stick. Now, many times you'll see people that grab the stick and they'll smell it. They smell the foot of it. They smell it. Kind of catch the vibe of the stick. How important is it to kind of catch the vibe of the smell, the dry draw? Before you light it and do anything, how important is it for you to kind of know a little bit about the stick, maybe the leaves, whatever? How important is it that you catch yourself in the experience of the stick, smelling the stick, the footer, the tobacco, having some sort of insight of that stick? How important is that to you?
It's subjective. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not that important to me. Um, like I said, I've been at this a long time. So, unless it's a new stick that has just recently come out or something that I've yet to get my hands on, um, and it's not too many things off of the top of my head that I haven't smoked, um, unless I don't have access to it. So, you know, it's very few times that I'll actually sniff a cigar. Um, and when I do, it's usually something that I haven't had in quite a while. And I'm just trying to pick up on a memory that I might have had from the last time that I had it.
Hmm.
But on my day to day, because I smoke daily, that doesn't even cross my mind. I just grab what I want to smoke. I have an idea of what it is and what it's going to do and where it's going to get me, and I just get to my business.
Right. Well, I know that there's certain cigars like the Jewish State Kentucky Fried Cure. There's certain sticks, man, that if you smell them, many of them actually, when you smell them, they may have a certain ambiance of
Oh
barn,
yeah,
barnyard,
indeed,
hay, and things
indeed.
like that. You know, I don't find myself necessarily having to do it, but I find myself doing it just for the simple fact it's an essence to the stick that as a part of the
Indeed.
stick, it's just definitely an essence of the stick. It's kind of like smelling your food before you eat it. It's the same little
Which is
thing.
crazy. That's crazy.
Well, you got to keep in mind, it's kind of like you go in a bakery. You go in a
Yeah.
bakery and you smell it before you do anything, and it kind of gives you an idea of whether or not this experience may be good or not. Now, how many times have you run across something and you smelt it like a cologne or something, and you put it on, but it did not project on your skin the way it smelled out of the bottle? See, so
Yeah.
those
Now
things can
that
happen.
that's a little yeah, that's yeah. To each his own.
Yeah. Dig it. So that's another great a great one. Um, Yeah, it goes on to talk about, when you're sitting with your friends and chilling with your friends or whatnot, make sure that they're just as equally as prepared as you are to experience. Like you may have a Cohiba Black or a Spectre, or you may even have a Cuban. Something that, or you may have something rare. You may have a rare jewel, or so you're ready for this experience for the stick because this is that stick. This is one of your unicorns, or this is one of your pieces, and then you get into that vibe of that stick, man. But the person that you sit down with, man, really, they ain't bringing nothing to the table, bro. They not no conversation. They're letting you lead the dialogue. You're really talking to yourself. They're not really corresponding to anything that you're saying other than yes, no, me too. How important is a dialogue with you, man, when you sit down in the experience of now we're talking about a specific stick. We're talking about regardless of what it is. I mean, regardless of the sticks in general, we're talking about you have gone in and chosen a stick for a particular time to smoke, but you want the ambiance of in that stick too. You want to smoke it, have a great conversation. You want your wine or your drink to be good. You want the whole experience. How important is that, man, to have to sit down and be able to just say, "Yo, man, I went out and had a fantastic time all the way through," but that stick definitely, man, took you on that journey, and everything else was just additives.
This is a great conversation piece. And again, I'm going to speak from my years of experience personally. I feel that every experience is your experience and yours alone. Um, because that is to your perspective. Um, Proper cigar etiquette, which I've yet to hear mentioned, actually, you're supposed to remove your band from the cigar when you're in a lounge because it's not about the cigar that you're smoking, it's about the actual smoking of cigars. So it shouldn't matter, you know.
Mhm.
Now, are we going to have a conversation about it? Yeah, that can happen. And, I'll tell you my experience of what I'm getting from the cigar. Person might share theirs if they had it, or if it's something appealing to their nose, then it's something that they might consider buying and partaking themselves. But yeah, proper cigar etiquette calls for you to remove your band prior to you lighting it because really has nothing to do with the band at that point. It has nothing to do with it being a Padron or a Liga or a Opus. It shouldn't matter. You're there.
Well, yourself. You're gonna have those. You're gonna have those brandaholics, man. That
Oh yes,
they play the band, and it's one of those things that doesn't necessarily show itself as an ugly element, but you know you got people that are just brandaholics, man. That's what it's all about to them. It's all about that. You see that I got a Cohiba, man.
the loudest one in the room is the weakest one.
Yeah. But you know what? For many of those people, man, many of those cats, man, it's like that's all they got, though. That's they're loud, or they're that, or that's what they are based on. that's their only way of being heard or seen is to have that jewel in there. It's like the dude that drives the the Tesla, and then you got the guy that drives the Tesla Jeep. You know, the $100,000, $200,000 car. You know, and the
Hmm.
other one's got so the it's like it's the same thing. You know, just like you hear people talk about Cohiba, you hear people talk about Cubans and things like that, and it's like yeah, it's a cool conversation, man. I guess if you want to have it, but it's irrelevant. It is irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant to the experience of this stick. And I think again, like you said, it's definitely not about the stick. But some people want that notoriety, man. They want to ride off of that because that's their only way of getting it. You know what I'm saying? Me being a
Right.
unicorn hunter simply comes from coming into the cigar community and knowing that the best way for me to come in here, man, and to make some noise is to be the dude that can get his hands on everything. The guy that can just make sure that he can, bro, do that. So that's what I did. Then I found out that I didn't have to do that. But did I enjoy the process? Yeah, I enjoyed the process of being able to go and find it, get it,
Yeah.
say, yeah, I
Yeah. Yeah.
smoked it, the whole nine. But then I saw cats that came behind me that tried to do it, and I saw how that's all they had. That's all they had. All they had was, oh, yo, I found that stick that you had. Or I got my hand like the what was it? The Oscar Valdez, the McFly. Okay,
Hmm.
I got it. I brought it on, smoked it. There's a couple of cats that said they had it, never saw them smoke it. Then the next thing you know, they slip up and say, "Oh, I found that stick," but you already said you had it. Okay, so
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
you want to shine, but you really hadn't done your homework. You know what I'm saying? But you put yourself out there with the story, to shine before your time. When you got it, when you say you had it, you didn't have it. But then when you got it, it's kind of like it's too late now, bro. You missed it. You know what I'm saying? So some people, that's all they got, man. That's all they got is to ride on some hype and ride on a little sunshine in their day, man. With the small. Well, I say this: you either telling half truths or whole lies.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
that simple.
yes.
So
That's simple.
yeah, I don't think that that's a big part of the culture, big part of the experience. I mean, it's your experience, man. You should, don't get me wrong. The company that you keep or walk into is great as well. It can be, and then, it could also be a bad experience. But you should be walking into that establishment if that's what you choose to do on your own accord,
Yeah,
and you get yourself right. And all right, you know what you smoking. You just lit you up a nice little late hour, dab it off or something. You know what it is. Take the wrapper off and go about your smoke. Now, if somebody inquires, then by all means, you have the right to either engage in that conversation or not. But it shouldn't matter what I'm smoking. And that shouldn't also that, in my opinion, it shouldn't be the center of the conversation as well.
right, right, right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is my man Will Green. As always, he comes on, man, keeps the groove grooving, brings that knowledge, bringing them iron lungs. He always popping out with some dope cigars and that knowledge. I'll see what it is. If you want to check out more of Will Green, check him out over at I Am Iron Lungs on Instagram. And if you want you to check him out at some other places, let him know how to contact you for your merch and stuff like that as well, man.
Yeah, you can definitely reach out to me there. Send me a DM, and I'll get you whatever we have available in your size and give you the pricing. And we'll set you up. If you're on Facebook, you can find the Cigar Social Group at the page called The Or, and it's spelt out as it says Theore, The Or. And once
TH.
again, thanks for having me. Theore.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got you.
And thanks for having me, my brother. As always, it's a great conversation piece every day that we talk. So I'm happy to be a part of your journey and giving a little bit of knowledge and or some of the perspectives that I have about the cigar culture as it is.
You already know, man. You already know. So listen, Until next time, bro. I ain't coming back on. I said I'm smoking. I ain't smoking nothing. I ain't coming back on, man. But until
I'm
then,
going.
bro,
I'm going inside to cook for the family, so it's a good chance that I won't be coming back out myself.
that's what it is. So as always, until next time, look good, be good, stay fly. We out, family.
Love you.
Yep, yeah, love you too. Will Green, ladies and gentlemen, Iron Lungs in the house. I'm your boy Drip Van Go, man. It is Monday, rainy Monday, but it's Monday nonetheless. Another day that the Lord has made. We're gonna rejoice, be glad in it. Had a nice little time with my man Will Green as the guest today, and if you guys want to be the guest um, of the Drip Lounge, you guys are more than welcome, man. But you got to come on, man. You got to be a part of it. To be a guest. Gotta be on here, man. Simple as that. Other than that, we're gonna get out of here. Till next time, look good, be good, stay fly.